Power of Voices presents the comedy Hour Live. Anna Marie could not be with us today. She's headed to Florida, of all places, I believe.
Shout out to Anna Marie.
Shout out to Anna Marie.
Much
Shout out
love.
to my home state.
Safe travels.
Hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're getting your power back. And I am Rocky the Comic, and I'm joined today by one of the realest comics in these LA streets, Mr. Lionel Dalton.
Man.
Say hello to the people, my dude.
What's up, y'all? What's going on, man? We live, man.
Now, when I tell you this dude is the realest, like, that was the first thing that struck me.
This is my camera right here. We right here?
That you right
okay,
there.
Okay, right here. Okay. I make sure I can see the people, man, you know?
It's 8 cameras. What you trying to focus on just one? So, listen, man, when I first saw you perform, Cleo King's open mic, I was just like floored, dog. Because it was like, wait. Is these jokes or is this dude's real life?
Right.
And from getting to know you, you're like, nah, that's me. That's my real life.
It's my real life, man. Real life, man.
Man, tell me about that, because you talk about having a kid young. You talk about, man, I don't want to give away your material, but like paying child support when your daddy was still paying child support on you.
know,
I was like, wow.
It's just my life, man. Comedy, I always was funny back in Philly.
Yeah.
Like working in the barbershops and stuff like that. But I never, it's interesting because I just read, shout out to my man Kevin Hart. I just always support Kevin, man.
Yeah, but not even just Kevin Hart. Like anything Philly, you rep.
Yeah. I just, that's where I'm from, man. I just It's in my blood. I just don't know how not to be Philly.
Yeah.
And just being growing up in Philly, I always was funny in the barbershops, stuff like that, man. First time I've been hit in the face was by a crackhead. So, it's just, my life been so real from day one, man. I sold crack cocaine at, I think I was 10 years old,
Damn.
First time I had sex was with a crackhead. Like, my life been, I really lived those Philly streets, man. So, I read Kevin Hart book, man, and just reading his book, it just gave me a whole lot of different perspective on stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And what I missed in Philly. Like, because Philly got this spot called the Laugh House. And back in the day. And I remember a guy named Javon Pearson.
Yeah.
And Javon Pearson, he was like one of the top comedians in Philly, like underground, Of course, you got the Bill Cosby. But Javon Pearson was like
that
man.
dude locally.
Locally, that man, that dude. Yeah. So he used to come in my barbershop back in Philly. And, I used to just go right at him. He was a professional comedian.
Yeah.
I used to go right at him, man. And all of a sudden, he's like, yo, you might as well just come hang out with me.
Got you. Yeah, I was going to say, what got you into the game if you will,
Well, here's the thing. I still ain't know about comedy. He used to take me to the Laugh House, and I just go hang out with him. But I was a heckler.
Not that guy.
I was that dude from the barbershop. Like, I used to heckle people, man. I used to heckle. You came to the Laugh House.
Yeah.
I heckle Mike Epps. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Mike Epps came to Philly, man, and I said some stuff. Of course, he tore my ass up, man.
Yeah.
Killed
Mike,
that's
one of his specialties.
Like, oh, man, I'm messing with a professional. Let me slow down.
Yeah.
But so I never really thought I was gonna be a comedian. I always wanted to be an actor because I had so much drama. So drama was just always natural for me.
Yeah.
So I started doing movies in Philly. Started doing a movie called Money, Power, Respect. A movie called After Autumn. So a lot of people from Philly knew me from the movie Money, Power, Respect. Shout out to my man Maul Hill. And when I came to LA, a lot of folks don't know I got a full ride scholarship to Stella Adler acting school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I got a free ride to
That's
go to Stella
huge.
Adler. And I was the only token.
In a city full of actors.
Yeah. I was a token, black guy in that school. But a lot of folks didn't know I really studied the arts of acting. The craft, Shakespeare, monologues, all
Did
types
that
of
come up through like middle school, high school, or when did that start?
You know what? It happened in elementary school.
Okay.
Because I was so bad in class where the teacher was like,
you too much of a character.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah. There's like, he's bad. He's not learning to work. We're gonna put him in drama class.
Damn, I feel like you taking a page from my life. I think I had a similar.
See what I mean? So they put me in drama class, and I was just so happy to get into class.
Yeah.
But then when I started getting older, drama class went to special education class.
Oh.
Like I was in special class. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So when I moved to LA, I was doing acting, but I was like, man, everybody lied to you. It's just people say they make you a star and this and that. And, you get an agent and you go on an audition with an agent,
Yeah.
you know, he's seen your audition, but you get to the audition, he on the same damn audition. You know, so you competing with your agent is an actor.
Yeah.
So now I'm just at a point where I say, you know, I need to laugh. I'm sad inside. To be honest, comedy, I realize comedy is some of the best comedians, man, come from they comedy come from a dark place.
Yeah.
So everything I say on stage, it's real. It's painful.
Yeah.
It hurts. So it's like I'm glad God blessed me with comedy because it's a form of where I can take my pain, and the audience is they like my counselor, someone I can talk to. You know, you're a comedian.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do the same thing. It's cathartic. You get up there and you can and I feel like I'm more honest on stage than any other facet of my.
Else, right.
Not even just about being honest, but it's just sometimes I'm a private person, but when I get on stage, I might share whatever.
Right. So I realized comedy came in just in time for me because I was in a really dark place and I had nobody to talk to. And I said, I need some comedy.
Gotcha.
So one of my homies in Philly was like, man, you better do some stand-up comedy, man. I was like, I ain't getting no stage. He said, you better do it. I started doing it, then I fell in love with it. So all the stuff you hear, like 90% of the stuff you hear me talk about on stage, it's facts. It's real. You know, it's my
Based
life.
on a true story.
True story, man. First time I had sex, it was with a crackhead.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to go around, you know, meet crackheads and pay crackheads in all quarters, you know? It was real, bro. I was going to school with this one dude, and I was selling crack to his mom.
Wow.
And he on the couch sleep. I'm on his crib sleeping with his mom. We the same age, you know? So my comedy is so real, man. First time I had a son, I was 14.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know what that. I ain't know how to take care. I was a kid myself. So comedy is starting to get a little easier for me because I'm going out there on stage and I'm telling my truth.
Yeah, what's that contrast like? I mean, so you come up in the theater where it's like you're memorizing the lines and boom, that's what that is.
Right. The contrast is when you in theater, you pretty much used to the audience being quiet, listening to you. Comedy, you want that laughter, but at the same time, you want them to be quiet too, because if they quiet, it mean they listening. You know, like Bill Cosby was a great storyteller. You know, so it's different, and I'm still adjusting to it.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I know you mentioned God earlier, because I always see you use the hashtag like God is my agent. Right. So how does that work?
I just got faith, man. My faith is so big, man. And even before I came to LA, you know, my grandma, I just love God, man. So I just have that faith. When it's times when I'm out here, man, and I'm like, God, how I'm gonna get this car note? Or God, how I'm gonna do this? Or God, how I'm gonna get this? And next thing you know, something happens. So I believe that it's faith, and I believe it's just higher power. So when I say God is my agent, I believe he's the only one that can open the doors. That's for me. Yeah. Not no agents out here, not no manager. If I do get an agent manager out here, it's like God sent that person to me to open this door.
Gotcha.
So it starts with him first. So that's why I say God is my agent.
Do you have representation? Because it seems like I see you mostly hustling for yourself. And shout out to you. You got me my first feature film credit. And I appreciate that.
No problem. I appreciate
did a little
you,
ADR work. What film was that we did?
That was
Deuces? Yeah, Deuces. Check that out on Netflix.
Flavor Unit. Yeah.
Lorenz Tate,
Megan Good. I got killed fast as hell.
Now tell me about that part, because there ain't nothing like you out here, you putting in the work, you see the call sheet, you're there on time, you putting in the acting classes, and then just to find out like, oh shoot, my part got cut. Like,
well, Deuces was cool.
Yeah.
You know, only thing about Deuces, when I got on set, I had my word, I had everything done, and when I did my scene, they're like, all right, it's a wrap. And I'm like, I'm used to being in the movie longer. But this is when Hollywood hit me. It hit me last year. I did a movie called True to the Game.
Yeah.
And
I just saw the flyer, and I was like, oh, this is the one he was talking about. Yeah.
I did the movie True to the Game, and I was so excited because they was like, yo, this movie about to be on the big screen, and shout out to Columbus Short, man. Shout out to Preston Whitmore, Manny, all of them, you know, the whole cast. But I shot the movie, and I had dope scenes in the movie. And I was excited. I was like, man, finally, I'm going to make it to the big screen. the big scream is like, I did it.
Yeah.
I get a call later that I'm not in the movie. They had to cut my scene out. That hurt because, I was telling people, I was posting pictures of the movie. The acting I did was incredible. I got to work with a Columbus shirt. It was just dope. It was a dope moment for me. And when I realized that, when I found like I wasn't in the movie no more, it was hurtful. I was hurt.
Yeah.
But I realized, once they told me about, you couldn't, they cut my part because of, they didn't want Columbus Short, being so, so aggressive in the beginning of the movie. So when I watched the whole movie, it made sense to me now.
The storyline, yeah.
So for the future, don't tell nobody you're in the movie until you
wait till that joint. Yeah, like till you see it first.
Exactly.
And then be like, hey. Because I've heard stories like that where it's like you invited everybody out. It's usually for a TV episode where you're like, everybody in front of the TV.
Grandma, everybody.
You getting hype. You're like, this is my part coming up. This is my part coming up.
Here you come.
Wait, what?
Baby, you not in this movie, baby.
How they on to the next scene?
Right. So, you live and you learn. But
yeah,
I'm doing a new movie now. I'm shooting a new movie actually this week called San Bernardino, and I'm playing a pastor. So I'm playing a pastor, man, and and I like this role because it's challenging, and the dialogue that I had to learn to play this pastor, it's challenging, and it's a new monologue that I developed. So that's why I like doing big movies are different movies, like strong characters, because this monologue I have with this pastor and the monologue that I developed, I can use this monologue all through life now.
Yeah.
So if I ever got an audition or something, they say, hey, you got a monologue? Yes, I got like 3 or 4 or 5 monologues.
Yeah, I've seen you do a dope one before.
Right.
At Cleo King. Shout out to Cleo King.
Shout out to Miss Cleo.
And I was just like, wow, because I had seen you doing the comedy so much. It's like, whoa.
Right.
I didn't know you had it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that monologue I did in Cleo King was called United States of America. Mm-hmm. And that was a real powerful joint, man. Real powerful joint.
And so with that creativity, because it's not like, and the mess up part about how this industry is set up, it's like if you do good work and that part doesn't get used, it's not like you get to get the footage.
Sometimes you can get the footage.
Yeah.
Depends on, the relationship you probably have with the director or,
let you put it on the reel or something. Because
right.
I was going to ask, I was like, for me, it would make me just want to like produce more so that I make sure that my parts don't get cut.
Yeah. Well,
do you have that pull towards like, you think you want to like create more or?
You know what? I realize I'm a writer.
Yeah.
As far as like, I'm a storyteller. I know how to write stories, but as far as producing and stuff like that, eventually I will produce.
Yeah.
Once the finance and stuff like that start to come. Like I feel like if Hollywood is not reaching to you, then you got to create your own project.
Yeah.
You got to create what you want.
Because even just listening to your stand-up, it almost feels like a one-man show already.
Right.
And it's funny because I know I just saw like Scruncho just did one.
Yeah.
And shout out to Scruncho, one of our past guests.
Scruncho. Yeah, it was dope.
Real dope. And I was just like, when I saw it, I was like, I could easily see you in that space doing that kind of a.
Right. You know what? I love theater, but I love movies. I love movies. It's nothing like raw theater, man. It's like stand-up comedy. It's nothing like stand-up comedy, man.
Yeah.
It's nothing like it. So eventually, hopefully, I'll do a one-man show.
Yeah, because I love theater too, but I felt like, because I remember one play I did, man, from the time I auditioned to the first run, it was like 9 months. I was just like, wow, but that was back in Florida. That was back in Tampa.
Right.
And that's why I was like, let me get to a city where they do it full-time, not part-time. But what I was going to say too is like when you're doing those plays, it's like if the people didn't come see you, then it's like, because I could never get good footage from any play I was in. So I always felt like that was a drawback. Like, yeah, if you were there, you saw how great I was, but if you weren't there, it's like, you missed it. And
right.
I don't know if this play is going to run enough for you to get a chance to see me do my thing. Like really do my thing. That's what made me want to kind of switch back over to more film and more
television.
Because it's like you got proof that performance can live on outside of that moment.
I did a couple plays, before. I just realized that I was gonna go to New York first, but then I just love movies so much, and I love what Will did, and I always wanted to just be
Which Will?
Will Smith.
Smith?
I
Yeah.
always wanted to be a movie star.
Another Philly
You know,
dude.
Right. Shout out to Will Smith. I just love movies. I love action film. I love science fiction. You know, so hey, I'm just letting God lead me, man. And it been rough out here, but
Yeah.
you know, you gotta keep pushing, man.
Yeah, let's talk about that because I feel like if you don't know who you are before you get out here and you don't have like some side hustle or just a hustler spirit.
Right.
I mean, have you seen people just come out, think it's going to be a cakewalk and end up like gone or like what? Because I know you've been here a little longer than I have. Like what has been your experience of just watching how this city by itself can like
suck you? Well, L.A., it's a beast, man. It's
Yeah.
a beast, man. And it's tough. It's tough, man. You got to learn how to live here. You know, if you don't know how to live here, then it's gonna be rough for you. Even no matter what, you gotta get your side jobs.
Yeah.
I was fortunate to know how to cut hair, and me cutting hair that kind of helped me out, pay a couple bills and stuff like that. Pay for my acting classes, go on some auditions and stuff like that. But you have to learn how to live here, and you got to be able to humble yourself and stay below your means. You know.
Yeah.
So a lot of folks get out here and they get caught up with the palm trees, the limelight, and they're like, oh, man, it's Hollywood. I got to stunt. I got to ball like Hollywood, you know? And they be taking their asses back home. So you got to learn. You just got to learn how to live here. You got to humble yourself. But I've been through it out here, bro. I've been through it. You know, I slept in my car. Man, one time I was so homeless out here, bro. I was so homeless out here. I didn't know where to go. I had a gym membership at LA Fitness, and I was so happy that they opened up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
They had new hours, man. I was so happy, and it was 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I was walking down LA Live. I had no car. I had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I went into the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, and I sat down like I was there. And I fell asleep on the chair a little bit. Then I got up. I walked to the train station. Train station opened at 5 o'clock in the morning. And
that tripped me out too. I'm like, the train station's got like a time limit?
Right. It's a time limit.
I'm thinking this place was going to be like New York.
Yeah.
Any time of the day, you can make moves.
They shut that train down.
Yo, that's
4
crazy.
4 o'clock in the morning, I got on the train, Metro. I went to I went to the gym, got to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I was so tired, bro.
Yeah.
I took my behind inside the yoga mat room. You know where they had?
Yeah.
I pulled out that yoga mat. I went to sleep.
In LA, you can really play it off like I'm really meditating.
Right. No, I was meditating. I went to sleep, bro. Only way I woke up 7 in the morning. I only sleep for a couple hours. I woke up 7 in the morning. Somebody came in and started kickboxing the bag. He woke me up. He started beating the bag. I woke up like, what the hell? But I respect him because he ain't turn the lights on. I was like, okay.
that's cool.
You know, I was asleep, yo. So, but I've been through it, man. I done slept in so many different girls' cribs, man. I'm like, for this dream or for this life, man, it's real. Only the strong survive out here.
Yeah.
You know, you
now,
gotta want it.
Does that kind of having to go through those kind of moments, is there an allure to try to pull you back? Because I'm thinking as a kid to get so introduced to fast money, I would suspect it's fast money.
What you mean?
That the drug game, like, would it?
Oh, well, no, because I can't,
you don't want the problems that go with it.
I don't like to be around a bunch of men. I don't like that, so I don't want to go to jail. So
yeah.
I can't be around a bunch of men. I love women.
Because I know that's what trip a lot of people up to have to like
go back into the
when that
streets
money,
life.
When that money, you get used to having it.
But that's where the faith come in at, and that's when I say I believe in God that He didn't bring me all the way out here to leave me.
Yeah.
You know, it's a reason why I'm in LA.
Yeah.
You know, it's a reason. So I gotta figure out that reason. So, you know, yeah.
That's what's up.
But it's real. My life is so real, bro. That's why when I get on that stage, I don't have no jokes, man. This shit real.
Yeah.
It's pain.
Because I always see you posting like, and you do a good job on your social media. Because you and Melvin, a couple of y'all,
thank you, bro,
be making me want to step it up. Because I be like, dang. And even if it's reposted, it's like you just keep it busy. You keep that visibility. And I'm wondering, like, Has that helped at all, or like how does that play into the whole?
One thing I like about in my Instagram page is that when I see someone that follow me,
Yeah.
and they tell me I inspire them, that lets me know I'm doing something right. So sometimes I read something to say, okay, when you take the pain or the energy off of you,
Yeah.
and you take it off of you and you put it on someone else, like you take the focus off of you and you focus on someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And when you make someone else happy, then that will make you happy. So when people see my Instagram and they see like, man, you inspire me, man, you doing it. Deep in my heart, I'd be like, man, only if you knew what I'm going through. But just to see myself, just to see them, and I inspire them, and I make them want to get up and hit these stages and all that stuff. Like, yo, you had all the stages, you had all the clubs. So that's good.
And what's that hustle like? Because the
comedy
that's
hustle?
what takes takes me back a little bit, is because you do have to get out here and know all the bookers, know the show producers, whoever, know the clubs, and get your foot in the door. That whole process.
One thing I realized about stand-up comedy, or just life in period, life in general, you want to be a likable person. You got to be likable because you want people to give you certain opportunities. You want to build a relationship. With me, I'm a likable dude, but it's like you got to get to know me. Once you get to know me, you get to see my heart. And people look at me like, oh man, he's a little standoffish. I'm standoffish because I have a strong heart, and I don't want you to damage this because I already been damaged. So if I've been damaged before, I'm gonna protect my heart. Of course, I'm gonna have this facade. I'm gonna be looking the way I look because.
But I think that's most comics. Like we're usually observers, like people watchers and all that.
Right, but a lot of comics is very, ha 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 ha.
Got you.
I'm not that.
Yeah.
So, but the grind out here for stand-up comedy, it's real, man. I will say, like, especially if you just starting out.
Yeah, yeah. What's some tips for the young people who think they can just
do open mics? Don't try to get, famous so
overnight.
fast.
Yeah.
Don't try to hit these big clubs. Like I know a lot of comedians, they see me or they see other folks doing these rooms, doing chocolate Sundays and doing all these, the improv or the Comedy Union, and they see people like me when they come out doing these rooms, and they're like, oh man, I gotta do these rooms. But they don't be ready to do these rooms. I'm just starting to get to that level where I got my 10 minutes, I got my 15 minutes, And if you're not if you don't have a good hot 15, 20 minutes on this stage, then you go on that stage and you're not funny, it's gonna make you look bad. So you gotta do open mics. Open mics, I love open mics.
Yeah.
People say, well, it's just comedians that I don't care. You gotta say, at the end of the day, the comedians is still a human being. That's still a person.
Yeah, because if you can get them, I mean, shoot.
Right.
There's no way you can't get a regular crowd.
Right. You can get them to laugh, then you can, because comedians don't be trying to laugh at other people's jokes. But if you can make a comedian laugh, then you going somewhere.
Yeah.
So I treat everybody like this is a real audience. But me, I go on stage by myself. There's been times I go on like Marty's. I go to Marty's, and I used to go in the back room, and it'll be me, 4 walls, and a microphone, and I'm talking to myself. I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, that's me. I'll still, when everybody else, some people will say, nah, I'm not going to go. Give me my time. I want it.
And people will come in the door and look in and think there's a sold-out crowd. And they be like, yeah, I'm working on my game.
Yeah.
By myself.
That's what's up.
Because when you're on that stage by yourself. No parachutes.
What would be the next step for you to like get that to the next level?
What?
Or what do you see the next level being in the comedy side?
My next level is really strengthening my craft, writing more, developing, strengthening my time, learning more from a bunch of, veteran comedians, traveling more. I want to get out and travel more. I want to go to New York City. I'm going to go to New York City and do all the clubs out there.
See, that's what I like. You see how he speaks things into existence?
Yeah, I'm going to New York City. I'm going to Oakland. I like Oakland. I'm doing Phoenix. I'm going to Phoenix this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, next week. I'm going to Phoenix next week. I got the Comedy Union Sunday. We got West Angeles. I got West Angeles Church. The 21st. So I'm working. I'm grinding.
That's what's up. Now, you speak about the vets. Do they give you good feedback out here, or do they give you good tips? Or
Well, when I say
some good
vets,
advice?
meaning I watch comedians, so I watch older comedians,
Yeah.
and I learn from like their mannerism, you know, how they move. Like Tony Rock, he's a good dude to watch. He really helps me out. I watch him, whatever. But one thing I like what Eddie Murphy said,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what he said, and I took it. He said
That Rodney Dangerfield joint?
exactly.
Yeah.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy said the best advice is no advice at all,
Mm-hmm.
because it's comedy starts within you.
Yeah.
So if you giving people the world, your passion, your pain, then eventually you gonna find your voice. Now, if somebody hear me say something, they want to add a tag and like, yo, if you add this, I'm with that. But I realize a lot of comedians nowadays, they look for improvement from other folks.
Mm.
And they go on stage, instead of them just being themselves, they become someone else.
Okay.
And they're afraid to be themselves because they're like, oh, what this comedian gonna think about? What this comedian gonna think about me? What this comedian might say about me? I don't want to feel that way. So maybe that's why I'm a little standoffish, because I don't want to feel like I'm performing for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's how I pretty much approach it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I have a similar approach. I know with me, I try to like I'm up here to enjoy myself, and it was funny too because I did a show in the Bahamas one time with K-Dub, Kelly.
K-Dub, I know K-Dub from Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Shout out K-Dub. Yeah.
And I told him, you know, how my process, like, oh, I'm up here. I'm waiting to see what these jokes are going to be, just like the audience, right? I like to find the jokes up there sometimes, but I was saying how much fun that is for me,
right?
So when I laugh at my jokes, like that's a genuine laugh. I'm like, oh, that's a funny thought. I'm laughing at it, and he was saying like that was so refreshing to see because he didn't have you know. Some comics, you know, they'll have that material, like you said, that tight 15, that tight 20, whatever, 30, especially when you're on the road,
right? And
you're like, boom, I'm gonna do my set. And keep it moving.
Right.
But I think it was nice to see that he appreciated that I still found a way to enjoy it naturally. Whereas I think he felt like, you know, I don't know. Because it's like every comic has their own style or what have you.
And that's what it's about. It's about your style, man. It's about you. And when I get on stage, I got to give the audience me. You know, you're going to have those nights when people not going to understand. But you're going to have those nights where it's nothing like telling a joke, or matter of fact, it's nothing like saying something to the audience. And you ever say something to the audience and one person laugh harder than everybody else?
Yeah.
Because that joke right there really hit home for that lady. She really understand, or him, they really understand what you going through because they've been there. That's the beauty of comedy.
I love that. Yeah, it'll reveal a lot to you. And I try to share that with people because it's like, I almost say like it'll tell on you, because depending on how you laugh at my joke or don't laugh at my joke, you're still telling me a lot.
Right.
And I love that moment. I love experiencing that with the crowd, and that's why, because I'm one of them people who are like, oh, I'm not all for the open mics, because I'm feeding off that energy. How that crowd reacts informs me as to.
But here's the thing, though, it shouldn't, because you don't want the audience to dictate who you are. So if you giving the audience power, you lost. The power is what, for me, the power is what comes out of my mouth or what I feel.
Yeah.
I can't let you judge what I'm saying. I can't let you judge my pain.
I don't look at it like that. For me, what I'm talking about, like, you're telling me a lot about you by how you're laughing at my joke, and I can almost feel like, oh, I got this lady right here. I got her. I got her number. And I'm gonna ride out on this because I know where she's coming from. Like, it's kind of like that kind of a thing. When you know you got them in the palm of your hand, that kind of a moment. And that kind of energy. Not like you're gonna let them change who you are on stage or change up what you're talking about. Not necessarily, but I'm just saying, have you felt that energy, like those waves come back at you, like, oh, I got them?
It happens a lot, and sometimes you lose them. It's been times, and you lose them. Yeah. It's been times I'll be on stage, and like, sometimes I might go on stage and I just go right into my material.
Yeah, hit them in the face.
They're not ready for your material.
Nah, you ain't warm them up or nothing. No foreplay with
nothing.
you.
So sometimes I go straight forward. No foreplay. You're right. Or sometimes I go there and I play around, do foreplay, play around, say some stuff.
Yeah.
And I might get the laughs like, ah. But then I go into my material. Material's like, ah. So it's weird. So sometimes, you know, your improv can be better than your material. Or your material can be better than your improv.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the night, and it just...
So true. The night, the room, the audience. Because, man, them jokes don't always translate. You got to, figure out how to...
But the beauty is that you live another day.
Yeah.
You go on and, you know, get on another mic. Okay, that was that night. This was that night, you know, so...
It's all a part of the process.
Right.
How are you enjoying this process from figuring out the comedy to doing the acting? Like you said, just LA.
Shit, man. No, I don't receive that. No.
Once again, speaking power.
I just want to travel more.
Yeah.
Make more money doing stand-up comedy. Just see different faces, man. Just really, God blessed me with a gift to be able to travel the world with this gift. So now my job is to build a team, you know, structure my material, get better, and be able to use this gift and travel the world. Like when I watch Mike Epps, Bill Bellamy, you know, Earthquake, Cat Williams, when I watch all these guys, man, and I see how just they, you know, their comedy, they travel all over the world and just be able to talk and make money and entertain and make people laugh.
Yeah, make a life, a living.
So a living out of that. So I realized this is one thing Tracy Morgan said to me. He said, when you love comedy, that's when she gonna love you back. Tracy Morgan told me that. Personally, man. So that's how I feel. When I went to Oakland a few months ago. And it was one of the best times out of my life. Because I was outside of LA and I met some different folks. Yeah. That didn't never see me before. Yeah, and when I got on stage, they was like...
Because Oakland's pretty rough, so I'm sure they could, like, relate to your material.
You trying to say my material rough?
No, well, yeah, you talking about, like, hey.
Yeah, right. But, yeah, and it felt good. It felt real good just to get out. So I'm just excited to go to New York and just really... It's nothing like taking your material somewhere else and see how I do.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's how I look at it.
Well, that's awesome, brother, because I think that is the wonderful element of comedy, that we can go and share these things with different crowds. Because what's crazy is, like, because you mentioned Kevin Hart and watching him do that European tour. Because I think a lot of small-minded comics might think, oh, they're not going to get my references to these jokes. Like, they're not going to understand these jokes. They're not, English might not even be their first language or whatever. But you can see a dude like that do well. Right. Overseas.
Yeah, like I read Kevin Hart book, man. His book talks about everything what happened in Philly and how he became a comedian, and I identify with some of the stuff he was saying about going to the Laugh House and practicing and working. So I look at him like, damn, when Kevin was at the Laugh House, I was on the corner selling crack and telling jokes on the corner. Yeah. All this time he was going to the Laugh House. And then he was going to New York City, back and forth, Laugh House, New York City, Laugh House, New York City. And all this time, my old heads was telling me, yo, sell these drugs. Yo, school ain't for you. Wow. I was getting the negative. Yeah. And what makes Kevin Hart so grounded, when you read his book, he talks about how grounded his mom was. This dude had a mom that wouldn't let him out the house. His mom ain't stopped cutting his hair until he was like almost 16. His mom kept him in the crib, bro. Yeah. So that's why he got so much structure. So I never had that structure. I learned the hard way. So decide, and shout out to Kevin Hart, man, I respect this boy, but I'm here. What makes me and Kevin different is that Kevin giving you the family life of his family. He's giving you his mom, you know, stuff like that. I'm going to give you the streets. I'm going to give you what I've been through. You know, the real, it's like it's two sides of, it's a bunch of sides of Philly that people don't really know. So I feel like this is my gift for God, God told me, okay, I need you to tell the world your story. So I'm here to give the world the other side of Philly, the side of having a kid at 14. You know, the side of paying child support at 16. You know, 16 can't pay your child support. Now you're waiting for your dad to pay child support for you. You know, the side of being, 30-something-year-old grandfather. I'm a pop now.
And you got a good joke about that too.
You know,
like,
it's real.
Don't call me granddad. Call me Papa. What'd you say?
Call me Papa. Yeah, you call me Papa.
Call me Lionel. I'm still in these streets.
Don't call me Papa. I'm still in these streets. You know, so I had to grow up really fast, bro.
Yeah.
Really fast. So that's the side of Philly I need to tell.
Yeah. Does that make you want to, like, because in college I had a chance to go to the juvenile detention centers and mentor to the kids.
Right.
Your life story sounds so ripe for that. Because that's right at that age where it's like, yeah, you're getting tempted to maybe sell some pills or something, or be sexually active.
And here's the thing: if somebody out there is watching this right now, if y'all have any ideas, I would love to go to colleges and high schools. And I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
When I moved out here, my old high school called me to come and talk to the kids. I went to high school and I was talking to the kids about what I've been through, all this. So I love this stuff. I would love to do that, man. Since you mentioned that, I'm looking.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to help you do that. I used to do that in Florida, and it was wonderful. Actually, and I help mentor kids out here. But I think the people who you could really catch are the ones who are on the verge
of doing,
like you said, yeah,
yes,
where you're like that structure. Had that structure been in place, your life would have taken a whole nother direction.
Right. Or, everything happens for a reason. Look where I'm at now. I'm here.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically, God don't make mistakes.
No, for real, because your testimony is powerful enough for someone, especially the fact that you're saying you're walking in so much faith right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to really resonate with people, especially even if they're just actors who are feeling like, or comics who are just feeling like, I'm not making it happen out here in LA as fast as I thought I was going to be able to make it happen.
Right.
And I'm ready to go back home or whatever.
It's a marathon, man. It's not a sprint.
Yeah.
And people think that. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Some folks come out here and get it fast.
Yeah, because, and I think the way the internet is changing the game up, with people getting all these likes and views, and they're thinking that's automatically going to translate into success on the industry side of it.
But then you got to understand, what is success?
Yeah.
Some people say success is millions of dollars, cars, fancy houses, and that's part of it. But me, personally, I'm going to be honest. Success is me. Like, I feel like I already made it. Without the money, without the cars.
That's where I'm at with it a little bit.
Because the city where I'm from, is dark. It's dangerous. You know what I mean? I've been shot at. I've been hit with clippers. I ain't gotten in so many fights in my life, bro. Just making it out of Philly.
Yeah.
Coming to LA, searching for a goal, searching for a dream. I feel like I made it out already. And
that's kind of what I was trying to. I wanted to touch on, because you were mentioning when I mentioned your Instagram. I'm wondering, because you'll post a lot of, like, when you run into celebrities or whoever. Whoop de whoop. Been out in West. Whoop de whoop. Like, I've been out on the West Coast too long. Hey, how does that translate to the people back home? Like, oh, he really doing it out there? Or
well, I still keep it real.
Yeah.
You might see me with celebrities and different entertainers and stuff like that. That's just my peers.
Yeah.
If I take a picture with you, obviously we work together. I did a show with you, and I'm here to learn from you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing what I want to do, why shouldn't I be around you? A lot of people look at it like, oh, he's doing it, but at the end of the day, I'm keeping it real. You know when I'm doing it big, because you're going to really see me.
Yeah, yeah.
And not stunting wise, but I'm coming back to Philly, and I'm taking care of the youth. I'm spreading love. I'm doing seminars. So that's when you're like, okay, yeah, this brother is right now. I'm in my grind. This is the struggle right now. But I'm here, and it get hard. But I still dig deep. And like, yo, no matter how hard it get, you can't give up.
Yeah, it's like if that's what's for you, and that's like you said, how do you label success? And it's like, if you get to do what you love and still exist, That's something pretty successful about that. I love what Chappelle said about when he had that conversation with his dad, because I guess they were wanting him to go maybe more of an academic route, or, he said, well, if I could make the same amount of money doing comedy that a teacher would make, wouldn't that be successful? And his dad was kind of like, yeah. When you can make a career, which like would have been like a regular person's career, but you get to do, what you love.
Right. I realize when you do something and you on set for like hours.
Yeah, because some of them.
And you don't think about the time.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're doing something you love to do.
Or like, you're not ready to go, even when it's time to rap.
When I first did my first acting out here in LA, I was on. They called me. They sent a card to me. I got a card came to me for like picked me up at 7:00 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get off set until almost like 12:00 at night. I was not thinking about hours.
Yeah.
I was excited to work.
Yeah.
That's when I realized this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. When I'm on that comedy stage, I'm not thinking about nothing else but what I want to say.
Yeah, that's what I was sharing with my wife the other day, like, it's my outlet, and I can feel the difference in my personality if I haven't had it. Like,
this brother's funny, man.
Because appreciate that. I just started working a daytime gig, which I haven't had since I was probably like in college or something, a teenager.
Right.
And it's just like, but with LA, you like, all right, I need some consistency with this money. Mm-hmm. But I caught myself in some moments where it's just like work, come home, and I felt what like a regular grind could feel like, and you can feel like this difference where you just like if you don't have that release, because I know for most comics, or at least for me, when you get on there, it's just something like cathartic about it. It's something just beautiful about it, where it's like you said, it's a little bit therapy. It's a little bit that social interaction, maybe that, because I feel like me, sometimes it's like, for anybody who thinks comics are always on, like, nah, we're not always on. No. It's just like, sometimes we're deep thinkers.
Comics be some dark folks, man. Look at Richard Pryor. That's one of my favorite comedians. Matter of fact, that is my favorite comedian. Richard Pryor. I came here to die for the daily deposit. I mean, a nigga dead. Yeah, that's one of my favorit comedians, man. If you think we're gonna bury you with the drugs on, man.
Were you listening to like albums and
well, now that I ain't listening to
like
albums.
I mean, was there older people that you heard like you snuck in? Some people used to sneak and listen to the albums from the parents or something.
No. I used to just watch him Toy when he did the movie Toy.
Oh, Toy was awesome. Yeah.
What was that? Also Harlem Nights, stuff like that.
Harlem, Brewster's Millions.
My very first stand-up, comedy set was Martin Lawrence. That's the first time I seen a full comedy, like taping. What is it? You So Crazy. Mm-hmm. I sat home and watched You So Crazy. I'm like, wow, this is incredible. But I never knew I would be doing stand-up comedy. So now, once I realized I love stand-up comedy, I said, you know what? Let me go to the essence of where this stuff came from.
Yeah.
I started listening to Richard Pryor, and I started going to sleep listening to Richard Pryor. And I'm like, oh, my God. This guy kind of been through some stuff like me. So
yeah, you got a grandma that's a madam. You got slash
Richard
pimp.
Pryor been through it, man. And
yeah,
I listen to him.
Mom hoeing dad selling drugs.
Right.
Like, wow.
So Richard Pryor is the king of comedy, and I just listen to this guy, man, and it really helps me. It really helps him be free.
Yeah.
So that's
because that's been my observation too. Like, it seems like the more a comic frees themselves to talk about whatever is in their mind and in their life, like Kevin Hart sharing more about the family or whatever, or whoever it is. Has that been your observation as well? Like that helps them get to that next level where it's just like really resonating with people because it's just like so authentic or something.
Yeah, I'm just giving you my life. Yeah. You feel it. Only I had a problem with the whole internet sensation stuff. That kind of started
like from the sketch people, like
the sketch stuff. It bothered me because here's the thing where a comedian go on stage and you practice this craft, you practice this gift, and you know, you're doing these open mics, and you can just go online and do a video and say you're a comedian. And now you do the video.
You know,
listen, you do a video.
I was going to ask you about that. Yeah.
Hustle, but you do a video and you do these crazy videos. You get all these followers and stuff like that. And now you take off and now you say you're a comedian. That's like a pastor that's studied the Bible. He got his congregation. He's in a pulpit every day. He went to school for Bible, everything. And he's touring all over the world. And a motivational speaker come out and say, I'm just like a pastor. You're not. So that kind of bothers me a little bit.
Yeah. And it's interesting because it doesn't translate to the stage for most of these cats.
Yeah. You know, but that's just the new wave now. The new wave now is where it's about, they want you to be buffoonery. It's like, you got to be crazy. You got to put a wig on. You know, you got to act like a girl. You know, it's just so much, put makeup on and act, you know, it's just like all that stuff. I'm not with that.
Yeah.
I got to keep it real, and this is who I'm just going to give you who I am.
Yeah.
You know, to each his own, man. You know, it's different. It's like I see guys that do the videos, and next you know, I'm like, oh my God, you on tour?
Yeah. Or popping up in films and in movies.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, you didn't.
Because even like with the casting people, they want to know what kind of following you got. So
right.
are you feeling that? Is that why you try to stay active on it, or a little bit?
No, because if I was active on it, then I'll be doing videos. I feel like if I don't love it, I'm not gonna put my heart into it.
Got you.
So I'm not gonna waste the time. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Keep hitting these stages.
Yeah, that's why I can't tweet.
I
can't.
Keep acting. Right. Keep acting, and hopefully God bless me with some motion pictures.
Yeah.
And keep going. But I'm not knocking nobody hustle. That's your hustle. It's cool. But at the end of the day, at some time, you gotta respect the art.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, respect the art.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah.
And nowadays, dudes ain't respecting the art. Like, you can't say you're a comedian if you're not doing these open mics. You ain't getting on these stages. So I just love art, man. Just like acting. People do like the reality TV shows. I can't stand reality. I can't stand that
I'm
stuff.
with you, brother. Because my baby loves them.
But here's the thing, though. If that's your thing, do your thing. Get your money. I never stop nobody get your money. Just me personally, I feel like you doing reality TV shows.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you take them and you put them in motion pictures. You put them on TV shows. But you got actors that's at Stella Adler, or that's at Ivana Chubbuck, or that's at the Meisner, at all these schools that's actually studying their ass off to be dope actors, but they won't get the time of day because they not showing their ass, or they not doing no buffoonery, or they not cutting their baby daddy's cars up. So it's just my whole thing. Get back to the art.
Yeah.
Get back to the craft of, people really acting.
Yeah, yeah.
Not how many followers you got. It's just sad, man.
Because even with the hip hop shows or whatever, it seems like they do more episodes about pretending to make the music than they are about making music.
Right.
Like they.
Hey man, what's my man?
I don't hear
name?
any music
What's
coming
my
out.
man name?
Like Scrappy, Young Jock, who?
The other dude, the producer ball.
The little.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Producer dude.
Stevie B?
Right.
Stevie J? Yeah,
but it's like that's what sells for them. So I'm not knocking what sells for people. That's your gimmick. That's your gimmick.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, give these acting students, these damn real comedians, an opportunity to work. They putting sweat and tears in these classes, and y'all go on and take, all these video vixen dudes, whatever, and y'all putting them in the movies, and they not paying their dues. That's all I'm saying. And that's how I feel.
No, I agree with you. Even with the music, man. That's why sometimes I'm such a hip hop head, relatively speaking. And I like lyrics. So when you're like rapping all this rap and not saying anything significant, It's just
Mumble
like,
rap, right?
yeah, man.
Mumble rap. It's,
But sometimes they'll play it so much, but they always
I seen a video.
have dope beats.
I seen a video, and this dude he didn't say nothing on the track. And he's getting like
Yeah.
million views. I'm gonna show you a video when we get off.
But I'm gonna say
crazy.
shout out to Cardi B though, because I didn't want to like that song.
You
But-
said you didn't want to like it?
No, but so for the people who like the reality stuff is working for them, like
You know
shout
what?
out to y'all,
You
man.
know what? I mean, I respect Cardi B because one thing about that chick, she a real one.
Mm-hmm.
She came from nothing.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like
She a real one.
reality TV is giving all these strippers careers. A lot
Right.
of these strippers
bro.
careers
Right.
now.
But here's the thing though. She did reality TV, yeah. But at the same time, you ain't see the grind she put in. Before
Yeah.
the reality TV, she was doing other shows. She was, I mean, she said it. She was
Mm-hmm.
doing mics. She's doing, people show up at some shows. People like she said
she
what
put in
she
some
wanted
work.
to do.
Yeah,
So, and she real.
yeah.
Ain't nothing like a real woman. She I real. There's been times when I'll be in a room with my boy Offset and they on FaceTime and she got rollers in her hair. Like she real, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
So shout out to Cardi B.
Even when they keep it real, like, yeah, I got my teeth fixed. Like, it's like,
Right,
even
she-
in the music.
And she'll cuss the chick out quick.
Yeah.
And a nigga. So
Yeah. So it's, it's interesting because you, either way, you got to find out, you got to find your place in this, in the whole thing,
Right.
and pick your lane or lanes. But, I just think it opens it up for more opportunities if
Right.
you're genuine enough to put in the work to find out.
Right.
So, I'm not mad at it.
I just respect the people that come out here, man. They put that work in, man. They put
Yeah.
that work in, man.
Absolutely.
I just want people to disrespect the craft of, other folks, man. But that's another story.
It is, and I appreciate you for sharing some of your story, coming in with me, and letting us know what's going on. Let the people know how they can find you online, because I want y'all to know this brother's got some really great things coming up.
It's pretty
And-
easy. Lionel Dalton. So Lionel Dalton Instagram, Lionel Dalton Facebook.
Spell it out for him, because I know.
LionelDalton. So that's LionelDalton.
Yeah, I know it's a few. It's a few spellings of that first name.
People be leaving that other L out. I'm like, nah, man, it's two L's at the end of Lionel, man. So
That's what's
that's
up.
where y'all can find me on Instagram, Facebook. I got a few projects coming out. Like I'm shooting.
Yeah, because I know. Yeah, you're filming this weekend, right?
I'm shooting this new movie called San Bernardino. I'm playing a pastor. We shoot Friday and Saturday. And a few other projects, I can't say right now.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm excited. I'm excited for my career, man.
Now, how do some of those opportunities come through? Is it just like the relationships you've built? Is it like you going on these casting calls? Like,
You know what?
what's that process look like?
Sometimes I submit myself, go online, but it's also just meeting people.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I learned about LA, saying hello to someone can take you a long way. There's been times when I just meet a person, I be out somewhere, and I just be talking, hey, how you doing? They be shocked that I said how they doing. And when you from a city like Philadelphia, when we say how you doing, we really want to know how you doing.
Yeah.
And when you start talking to people, next thing you know, they're like, oh, what you do? I'm a comedian. Oh, I'm a producer. Oh, really? Okay, well, here's some of my video. Okay, I want to come to your comedy show. So next thing you know, you build a relationship, a genuine relationship like that, and they come to your show, and next thing you know, they might got something for you. Like, yo, I got something for you. So just saying hello and being nice to people and just great energy, showing love, also keeping God first. That's how you win out here.
How is that submission process too, though? Because when you say self-submit, or like sometimes I know that's kind of where it's all going now. Everybody just wants you to send in the video,
Right.
as opposed to like it used to be. Did you did that part too, where you sitting out in the lobby with a couple of dudes who kind of look like you or whatever? Like,
Yeah, auditions. Yep. Well, like I said, LA casting, Actors Access, all that stuff that everybody know about. But I mean, I got a lot of my work from just hanging out with people. I just saying what's up to people. I building relationship with people, inviting people to my comedy shows and stuff like that. So that's how I got a lot of my work. Or I be on Instagram and I post one of my funny videos up, and they see that like, oh, can you do my show? Stuff like that. Or I create for myself.
Yeah.
I wrote a short film called Love Kill Story. Hopefully, hopefully we probably can shoot that together,
That's what's up.
It's a start.
That's how we going. That's how we rolling out here.
New movie I'm doing this weekend, but he got work.
I can see that's and work will mess around and like take you off your dream. Like I didn't come out here to.
But you got to do what you have to do.
Oh, for sure.
You got to do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. Shout out my old head Les. Les told me that from Philly. You got to do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. So. Work ain't bad. Plus, you got a wife, man.
Exactly. I got more responsibility than I used to have when you first met me.
Right.
I was footloose and fancy free.
but I'm gonna be honest, right? This brother here, man, you got a beautiful wife. It's like God brought y'all together, man.
Real talk.
It was incredible.
Because when I met her and we started sharing, it was just like, dang. Because at first it took us a week or two just to even figure out what we did individually. Like we were so caught up in each other. Because normally when you meet folk out here, that's the first question. Right. Oh, what do you do? It's like, I'm more than a job title. But you know what I mean? It's like they try to like
get to know
position
me.
you that way. Yeah.
Right.
And that's why I think we kicked it. Because I don't know if it's that like East Coast kind of Southern. Like it's just something about, how you meet folk. And it's just like, like you said, just being genuine and just.
Because I was like, man, you my friend, man. You was like, oh, wait, man, I just met you, man.
Real talk. And like, he called me a little off guard. I'm like, I'm not used to LA folk greeting you like this out here. They be like, I don't know. Who do you know?
Right. Like,
who do we know in common? Yeah, I be like, what?
What's your Facebook status?
You be like, oh, let me get your info. And they give you an email address. You're like, wait, no. Give me your number. What are you talking about?
Right.
So, yeah, when you hit, it was refreshing. I was like, oh, okay, he's a real dude. All right, I messes with him.
Right.
But yeah, you're so right. So it was like probably a weekend or so went by before we were like, oh, I don't even know what you do. And so then we started talking about that. And I appreciated that too, because I kind of avoided dating in LA for a long time just because I was like self-employed. No, I didn't come out here with a car. So it was like if a girl was out here on that flashy stuff, I knew I had nothing for her.
Right.
If you're looking for a good dude or whatever, good background, whatever, all right, we can talk. But if you on some, you got to be paid type stuff, look, this ain't going to work. And so it was so refreshing when I met my girl because she wasn't on that. And I was just like, oh, cool.
Right.
But I say that to say, once we did start sharing those stories, it was like everything we did complimented the other person. So it's like, she's a children's book author. And I was like, oh, I'm a graphic designer. That's cool. Man. I was like, oh, well, I'm a comic. She's like, oh, I'm into photography and videography. I was like, that's great because that's what I've been missing. Every time I do a good show, I can never get good footage.
This brother's in love, man.
Man, so when you find somebody who is equally yoked, you're going to see that they're going to compliment your life in some kind of way.
And they look alike. They too. They're twins.
He said, now we've been married since February, but I guess we already starting to look alike. So,
I'll get married one day. One day I'll get married.
So yeah, we just want to encourage this brother, keep him lifted, because he's getting the work side done. We're just going to get the romance side done.
Yeah, it's rough, man.
I appreciate him.
I just feel like a man had to be peace within himself.
Absolutely.
Before he can be peace with someone else.
Absolutely.
So that's how I think marriage should work. You got to really know what you want. But I'm Lionel Dalton, man. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for the love.
And I'm Rocky the Comic. I appreciate y'all tuning in on all our channels. We appreciate it. And hey, man, we're gonna catch y'all later.
Yeah. Philly, what up?
Tampa, what's up? Florida, shout
LA,
out.
What up?